Hey familia, Miranda here, and I have quite the thrift haul to share with you. So I have been doing a lot of thrifting lately, especially with my sister. She's been coming over and we've been just going like everywhere. So I do have things from like 4 Goodwills, Value Village, which is also known as Savers, and then a few other just random thrift stores that we came across in my area. So we're just gonna go ahead and get right into this, you guys, because I have a lot to share with you. So first up, I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys what I picked up from Goodwill. So like I said, I did go to 4. Well, technically I went to 5 locations, but one of them was kind of out of the way and I didn't find anything there. But there's 4 in my area, and it's funny because one of them, I actually had no clue that it was even there. And like the area I live in, I lived here back when I when me and my husband first got together, and then also back when I was in middle school. And the street that this one was on, like literally I've been up and down that street like a gazillion times, and for whatever reason over the years, I've never noticed there was a flipping Goodwill there. So now I know. So now I have 4 locations that I can actually go to. But anywho, so I'm going to go ahead, show you guys what I got at Goodwill. So I'm going to start off with the Blu-rays. Their Blu-rays typically run between like $4 to $7 or so. But of course, I never pay like over $5 really for a like used Blu-ray. That's kind of like my max, price point. But anywho, so this first one actually came as a recommendation. Have Brad Pitt and Casey Affleck in the Assassination of Jesse James. And so I think this one's actually, is this a true story? I would assume so. Maybe not. I don't know. But anywho, let me know if this is a true story, you guys. But yeah, this one came recommended, one to add to the Westerns collection. So I went ahead and got that one. And then, can't go wrong with Annie, you guys. I do actually have this in like a multi-feature DVD set, but I need to have Annie on Blu-ray. I grew up watching that one. Next up, we have an upgrade here, and that is the Book of Eli. I actually really enjoyed this, recently watched it, and it was actually quite interesting, pretty crazy, badass little flick here. So we got the Book of Eli, and then I did also go ahead and upgrade Robin Hood. And then this one I did not have in the collection. I actually don't think that I've ever seen this. I've always kind of been interested in it, but have just never watched it for whatever reason. I don't think I have anyways. And that is a Sin City. And this one is actually factory sealed. Sin City. So moving on to the DVDs that I got. So my thing is when I'm in store, I'll like put movies in my cart, and if they are something that sounds like a very interest and the ratings are fair and whatnot, I'll probably more than likely go ahead and pick it up. And like I said, just a lot of these seemed interesting to me, so I went ahead and got them. From what I looked at online, I don't recall these having Blu-ray releases. I could be wrong though, except for one of them I know does, which I have. But anywho, and if they did, I want to say that it wasn't a US release. So anywho, the DVDs will do for now. But anywho, we have Casey Affleck and Liv Tyler in this movie called Lonesome Jim. I've never heard of this, but hey, it looks like it's some sort of like a comedy, maybe a rom-com of some sort. I don't know. But yeah, it definitely caught my interest there. This next one, oh my goodness, this one just kind of sort of hits close to home just because I know people that have gone through this and everything. And it just seems like a really interesting documentary. It's probably going to be a little bit heartbreaking and a bit hard to hear these people's stories, but it's called Papers, Stories of Undocumented Youth. So it's not just, like Latinos or people from Africa, from Asia and all that who are undocumented. And basically it's this, their stories that they're telling. And it ties into the Papers Dream Scholarship Fund. So I guess there's like a fund, like foundation stuff that you can like donate to and whatnot for them. So pretty cool, but I'm definitely curious to watch this one. This next one, I don't believe I saw that this had a Blu-ray release, but it's definitely very interesting and kind of heartbreaking. And so it's called One Day in September. And basically it's about the 1972 Munich massacre where 11 Israeli athletes were murdered by a group of Palestinian extremists. And the lone surviving person came out and told their story here. This is after like 28 years, but this was like back in 2005 when this was released, so it's been a while since then. But sounded very interesting. Next up, I got this film because I'm a huge Benjamin Bratt fan, and you know, ever since like Blood and Blood Out. But anywho, I've never heard of this one, and that is called After the Storm. But I went ahead and got it for him, so I can go ahead and check it out. This next one stars Anthony Michael Hall, and that is Funny Valentine. So this one too looks like maybe some sort of like a rom-com of some sort. I don't know, but it's factory sealed. Went ahead and got it to go ahead and check it out. And then we have Kiefer Sutherland and Rhys Witherspoon in Freeway. This one too is factory sealed. This one looks pretty cool. So got Freeway. And then as always, it's not a successful thrifting trip without snapper cases. So I did find a couple. One of them is the Crying Game. This one I don't believe has a Blu-ray release. But yeah, we got the Crying Game here. Looks like that on the back. What is this one from? 1982. I have not seen this one. I don't really know anything about it, but it looked pretty cool, so looked good, so I went ahead and got that. And then this other one, I actually do have the Blu-ray release of this, and then I will probably eventually upgrade to the Criterion, but I love this movie. It's like one of my all-time favorites, and so I just wanted to have the snapper case in the collection, and that is Love and Basketball. Love, love, love this movie, you guys. So I went ahead and added the snapper to the collection. So moving on to Value Village. So like I mentioned, it is known as Savers like everywhere else. Like, so in what I read was in Oregon, Washington, and Alaska, it's known as Value Village, but everywhere else it's Savers. And I was always kind of curious too, because when I would see people's like Savers hauls, I would see the stickers on the movie, and like those look exactly like the ones from Value Village. So I finally looked into it, and so yeah, Value Village and Savers is technically the same thing, just different name. So they do put like stickers on all of their like physical media, which is kind of nice, because then when they have their like, you know, color of the day, then you can get that, you know, for like 50% off or whatever. But the cool thing with like Value Village, and I'm assuming Savers probably does the same thing, is they have an email list that you can like join, or like kind of like a rewards sort of program that you can join. And, you know, sometimes they'll give you like, you know, a credit of like $5 or something if you spend like a certain amount, or like a certain number of purchases or something. I forget what it is. But you often get lots of coupons in your email and stuff like that. And so a few times out of the year, they'll send you a physical media coupon for 30% off. And so I had one of those, like, you know what? I haven't been to Value Village in a long time. Let me go ahead and take a look. And plus I was like already in the area anyways, during the time that the coupon was going on. So I went in, took a look, and I found some stuff, you guys. Now, usually I have good luck at Value Village finding a lot of like the older titles, which is always kind of nice. So anywho, I only got 2 Blu-rays. The first one is actually it's a Channing Tatum film that I'd never even heard of. You also have Jamie Bell in it, and it's called The Eagle. The ratings weren't exactly all that great, so we'll see, but nonetheless, it looked interesting to me. Looks like something that my husband might like, so we got The Eagle. And then this one is actually an upgrade. I believe I have this one in a snapper, and that is Lost in Space. And then for the DVDs, some of these do have like Blu-ray releases. Some of them even have a Criterion release. So, you know, if I like them, I will upgrade. But I mean, I figured, you know, I've never seen them. There's some older flicks. I'm going to go ahead and add them to the collection. And yeah, if I like them, I will upgrade. So first up, this one actually does have a Criterion release, and that is His Girl Friday. So I'm not seeing a date on this one, but it is in black and white. So it is a older film here. This next one too also does have a Criterion release. It's actually one that I've heard some good things about, and that is All About Eve. And this one is from 1950, and it's also in black and white. So definitely looking forward to checking that one out. And then I did come across Robin Williams in Moscow on the Hudson. This one is from 1984. This one actually came recommended. We got Joan Allen and Kevin Costner in The Upside of Anger. So yeah, a friend, she had recommended it to me, and so I figured I would go ahead and check it out. And then we have this movie here called Champagne for Caesar. An interesting title, but it is from 1950. It says it's in black and white, but yet the pictures on the back, they're like in color. So I don't know if maybe you can watch it like in both formats, in color and in black and white. But obviously, I mean, it would be best to probably watch it in black and white. But yeah, Champagne for Caesar. I've never heard of this one, but the title alone caught my interest. So then next up, we have this movie here called Pat and Mike. This one, I believe, has a Blu-ray release. It's from 1952. And then the last title that I got, this one is actually, I believe, more of a Western, and it stars Tom Selleck, and that is Monty Walsh. So I really got this one for the, Western collection. This one has a Blu-ray release as well. Trying to see when this one is from. I don't think it's 2002. Maybe it is. 2002, possibly. I could be wrong, but anywho, that's one of the dates that's listed on here. It's 2002 and 2003, so assuming 2002. But yeah, anywho, it looked kind of interesting. I don't really have much, I don't think I have any Tom Selleck in the collection, so I went ahead and picked this one up just for him. So that is everything from Value Village. All right, so now moving on to the other just random thrift stores that I came across. That I went to with my sister. So one of them is actually called Sam's Attic. This one is actually pretty cool because it's actually a non-profit organization, and so all the proceeds, they go to paying for teachers in Uganda, and helping to provide food and everything for the children and whatnot. So pretty cool to be able to help out with that. But anywho, I did find a few things. All of their Blu-rays and DVDs were $2 a piece. So I didn't think that was too bad. I know, because when I saw the pictures online, I'd seen that they had movies, and so I was excited to go there. And then when we went there, it's I didn't see anything, but then they had this whole entire back room where half of it was literally movies and CDs and books and vinyl. It was crazy. It was actually a pretty cool little thrift store, you guys. But anywho, so I found a couple Blu-rays and a couple of DVDs I'm actually pretty excited about. So first up is this movie called Reach Me. Now, the ratings were kind of terrible, but the cast won me over. It has one ridiculous cast, you guys. I mean, yeah, we got Danny Aiello, Tom Berenger, Lauren Cohan, Kevin Connolly, Terry Crews, Carrie Ells, Kelsey Grammer, Amari Hardwick, Elizabeth Henstridge, Thomas Jane, Ryan Quanten, Nelly, David O'Hara, Kira Sedgwick, Tom Sizemore, Sylvester Stallone, and Danny Trejo. Wow, that's a mouthful of a cast there. But anywho, yeah, and especially now I can add this one also to the Stallone collection. It's funny because I don't remember seeing this one when I was going through his filmography. But anywho, we have Reach Me. Again, I don't really know much about this one, but yeah. So it's an inspiring group of people to reevaluate their choices by confronting their fears in hopes of creating more positive lives. So, don't know. We'll see. This is one that I've been wanting to add to the collection for a while. I haven't seen it, but I mean, you got Dwayne Johnson, Sean William Scott, and Sarah Michelle Gellar in Southland Tales. So you got that one. A couple DVDs here that I'm actually pretty excited to add to the collection. We got Pooh's Heffalump movie. I always enjoyed this one as a kid. I always enjoyed all the Pooh movies and Tigger, Piglet, all that. But yeah, this is one that I was needing to add to the collection, and this one actually goes for quite a bit of money. So to find it for $2 was not a bad deal at all. And then this one too, I know it's not necessarily super expensive to buy it new, but hey, for $2, I mean, I'm still shaving off, at least a few bucks. And that is Snow Dogs. I always enjoy this one. It's kind of cheesy, but I mean, it's kind of cute. So, I mean, I haven't seen this one in a really long time, so this should be a fun little revisit, especially to watch with the kiddos. So next up, I did go to a thrift store called Cat Thrift, and this one too is actually kind of interesting because they take in stray cats. They will actually, they'll clean them up, take care of them, let them roam around about the store and everything. But then the proceeds that are made, they kind of go towards helping to find the cats a new home. They go through the whole adoption process and everything, so that was kind of cool. So they didn't have a huge physical media collection, but I did come out with 4 Blu-rays. So first up we have Silent Hill. I remember hearing about this one, but I don't think I've ever seen it, and it definitely sounds pretty interesting. Obviously, it's a horror film here, but yeah, definitely looking forward to checking that one out. This next one, I believe this is more of like a war film, and it's definitely an older one. When is this from? It's from 1957, and that is The Bridge on the River Quay. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it is factory sealed, so that's pretty cool. So I thought I would go ahead and pick that one up because I enjoy war films, and I don't really have any like super old ones, so that was kind of nice to find that one. Next up, I did go ahead and pick up Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. Yeah, planets. Does have the slip on it. Actually in pretty good condition too, the slip. I have not seen this one. I really don't know much about it. I think I had actually passed on it a time or two, but I saw it there and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get it. And then this one I've been wanting to see for a while. This is like the whole like kind of love story of like Barack Obama, Michelle, what's her last name? Michelle, oh, I guess from Michelle Robinson. I don't know why I was thinking Michelle Williams, but Michelle Robinson, that was her, I guess, maiden name. And that is South Side With You. It does have the slip on, again, in nice condition too. So that's always nice when you can find a minty slip. But yeah, I've been very curious about this one, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. All right, and then the last thrift store that I went to, they really didn't have much going on there. It's called Thriftique Resale or something like that. And so they had their DVDs there for $1. I picked up 2 DVDs. That was it, because that was all I could find there. Like all the Blu-rays they had, I already had in the collection. And they did actually have in quite a bit of like older like horror titles, which was kind of cool, but a lot of them just weren't in like good condition. But I found 2 that I am very excited to add to the collection. Though the first one here is in full screen, I do know that this has more of like a boutique label release. I forget if it's like Arrow or who put it out, but that is Dolly Dearest. So for $1, even though it's in full screen, I figured I would go ahead and pick it up. I have not seen it, but it's one that I've always heard people mention a lot about, and actually says pretty good. So I'm definitely curious to check this one out. You know, creepy little doll there or whatever. So we got Dolly Dearest for $1. Yes, please. And then this one too. I don't know if maybe this came from like Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, or what, but that is Party Monster with Macaulay Culkin and what's his name, Seth Green, Marilyn Manson, Dylan McDermott. I have not seen this one, but this is another one too that I have always been super curious about. Now it's not the artwork that I was hoping for, because there's another artwork that's like more colorful and it's just kind of chaotic and whatnot, but this will do. I mean, for $1 I could not pass it up, because even this like the DVD goes for quite a bit of money. So yeah, it's one that I've always been interested in, and I finally freaking found a copy. So very, very happy to add both of these to the collection for $1 each. Yeah, I couldn't pass it up, you guys. So that is all of my thrift finds. Hopefully you guys have been able to have some fun out there thrifting. You guys have found some good things. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Join the family if you have not, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.